Hey everybody, 3on119 here. In this video, I'm going to be going over something really controversial in regards to Splitgate 2. There is a lot of talk about bringing a bunch of things back from OG Splitgate 1, because right now the majority of the loudest folks in the community and the only people that bother to be a part of the community right now are largely people from Splitgate 1. Here's the thing. Here's a two-prong argument. One, 1047, do not go completely in the direction of Splitgate 1 again. And guys, stop asking for Splitgate 1 stuff and for Splitgate 1 to basically be revamped in Splitgate 2 and everything be the same except for graphics. Here's the reason why. Splitgate 1 failed. There's a reason why Splitgate 1 failed. All of us are hardcore Splitgate people through and through, and for the most part, and we are going to be either way, including yourself, because of OG Splitgate. The point of the relaunch and the point of them trying to get, a revamp on a new game is to gain popularity. Not popularity with the small knit freaking community that they already built. They're trying to engage and build a bigger community. In order to build a bigger community, you have to cater to a larger audience. So continuing to cater to a bunch of people that are dropped off of the OG Splitgate, now all of a sudden you want that back because you didn't like Splitgate 2, doesn't make any sense why anyone should listen to you, because Splitgate 1 failed because everybody freaking left the game. The only people left in that game are super hardcore freaking fans. There's never going to be, 500,000 online Steam players for Splitgate 1 because that does not appeal to a larger audience. And don't ask and stop asking to make Splitgate 2 back into Splitgate 1 again because that model does not appeal to a larger audience. Furthermore, that's the reason why they put in Battle Royale. That's the reason why they put in factions. I personally hate Battle Royale. I think factions are slightly cringe. But here's the thing, there are certain things that are expected out of the larger population, out of an FPS game, that need to be included as elements in order to succeed. And unfortunately, that includes things like Battle Royale mode, and that includes things, you have to think about it this way. There are games today that still have millions and millions of players online with all of those things in it because that's what everybody else likes to play. The small Splitgate community calling all of the shots for Splitgate 2's kind of revamping and relaunch and all of the new features that need to be added in it, I'm sorry, is a bad idea. Yeah, they screwed up Splitgate 2. That was a big screw up. But going back to Splitgate 1, which was a proven failed model, is not a good idea. So stop asking for Splitgate 1 because it failed for a reason. So I'm just bringing that up. Look, I love Splitgate. I love everything about Splitgate 1. I love everything about Splitgate 2. But they are not trying to appease 20, 60, 100, even 100,000 people. They're trying to appease to where they can get millions of players every single day. And that's what they need in order to succeed. That's what every game company needs to succeed, is millions of players. The server costs alone for both games combined, probably over $100,000 a month. Not to mention the DevOps guys. Not to mention the people that are constantly updating the game. All of this costs an extraordinary amount of money, and appeasing Splitgate only people is not going to pay the bills, and you shouldn't expect it to. So here's the thing. If they want to include certain modes that are basically like OG Splitgate this, OG Splitgate that, kind of playlists for you to make you happy, that's fine. But to get them to change the entire game for the sake of appeasing us fellow Splitgate fans is not going to get this game any success, and it's going to gain a small audience. And even if it goes back up to what it was at peak, which is mostly freaking Splitgate people playing online every day on Steam, it's just going to flutter out because here's the thing. That's not enough people playing to sustain this company. So it'll eventually flutter out anyway, even if it goes back to what it was at beta as far as the player base and it stays that kind of number for the entire time and stays stagnant. This game needs to grow, and in order to do that, you need to appeal to a greater audience. And asking them to do things back to the way they were originally, and an already, again, failed model is not the way to go. Stop asking for Splitgate 1 stuff, because if it does happen, the game will fail. If you like this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more Splitgate 2 content. I will be making much of it. Some of it is controversial like this, and some of it will be more lighthearted. I'm currently working on a video, hour 1 versus hour 100, and that should be up on the channel shortly. Thanks so much.